welcome back to my channel. My name is King Sam, and today we are going to learn how to make this amazing 3D effect. So I made a simple 3D effect layer for my former video. Check that out if you have not. Then without talking too much, let's get into the actual video. First of all, open up After Effects, create a new composition, 1920 by 1080, 24 frames per second and 10 seconds, and click on OK. Now let's type in our text. So first of all, I come and click T here and just use the word. Let's use my name, Sam. Alright, let's change the font. Let's use the font Black Sword. Let's change it, small letters. Now let's align it to the center of our composition and give it a bit more spacing. Let's say about 25. So next thing I'm going to do, we are going to create a new solid. Okay, now let's come to our effects and presets and let's search for elements. Now apply it to our black solid. Now let's shut off our text layer. Then we come to custom layers, custom text and marks. Then select your text layer. Now let's open scene setup and click on extrude. So you have this text layer here. So I can move around it by clicking and dragging on this point here. I come down here and click on the scale tool and I drag it backwards so I can give it a bit more bevel. And this looks beautiful. Now let's add some materials. So I'm going to leave a link in my video description for where I downloaded these shaders from. And let's come down here and search for gold and apply it. So it gives it a gold material wrap. I don't know. So next thing I'm going to do is come over here. Let's duplicate it. That's nice. Now let's come to our move tool and drag it back. Now come back to our scale tool and scale it down a bit more. Now let's open this up, click on this, mid inside. Now let's increase our expand edge so it ends up bigger. Let's see something like this. So come back to your move tool and move it back so that it touches it. With our scale tool we can reduce it a little bit more, something like this. The next thing I'm going to do again is we're going to duplicate this other layer. So Ctrl D. Now let's move it outside a little bit. Open it up to increase the expand edge until you have something like this. Now let's zoom in just by using your ruler to roll inward. Now let's come to our physical here and look for white and apply it to the middle one here just by clicking, dragging and dropping. So next thing I'm going to do is let's change the kind of gold we have. So let's use a little bit more. Let's make the gold shiny. Right now it has a texture on it. So let's go back to our elite shaders. Let's pick another gold. Let's use this gold bricks example. Let's apply it. Let's apply it here. Now in our UV textures here, you can shut it off, so we only have shiny gold like this. Now let's use the same thing for this one at the back here. Same thing. Now open it up again and shut off. So this is looking amazing already. Let's reduce this a little bit. So scale and reduce it. Let's look at the front. Does it look? It looks beautiful. Now the next thing we're going to do is going to come here, let's click reflect mode and let's do environment. Come here again, left click, reflect mode, environment, same thing. And this is looking cool. So what we're going to do now, we're going to give it background. So you create a plane. Make sure it's a two-sided plane. Select it. Now from here we are going to the orientation here, and now we're just going to add 90. So it flips it by 90 degrees. You scroll up, scale X and Y, change it to 10. Here also change it to 10. Now we come down here, we look for wet black and apply it to the background layer. Now let's turn over, click on your move tool so you can move this to the back somewhere here. And this is looking good already. Now next thing we're going to do is duplicate your plane model. Now we are going to rotate it to orientation, click and drag. You can just come here and click 90. Then let's move it backward somewhere around here. Ctrl D to duplicate, move it somewhere around here. I have a feeling that this final code at the back is too big, so let's reduce it a little bit. There's this one. So rotate, open it up, reduce it around 2. Open up this one, reduce it a little bit too. So this is looking good already. Love it. Click on OK. Let's change this to auto so that it can scale, so we can, as we're working on it, doesn't lag our system. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to create a new camera. New camera. Okay, now click on C to bring out the camera icon. Now let's rotate around it a little bit, over like this. Now click on 3 to bring out the camera zoom, and let's drag in and zoom in, something like this. Now you click on 2 to bring out the move tool so you can position it very well. Click on 3 again to bring out the zoom so you can just adjust it. Okay, Now let's just make a little more tweak, something like this. Now we open up our camera property, open up camera option. Now turn on depth of field. Now for aperture, let's use something like 20. So let's adjust our focus distance a little bit. Let's use something like 400, and I think I got it. That's nice. I got the focus almost perfectly. Okay, let's adjust the position a little bit, drag this down. Exactly. Now, oh, I almost forgot something. Let's go back into our scene setup. So let's select our plane models. Let's click on them, reflect mode, mirror surface. Come here again, reflect mode, mirror surface. One more time, reflect mode, mirror surface. So, okay. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to add some color effects on our 3D layer. So let's click on black solid, come to our render settings, open up ambient occlusion, enable ambient occlusion. Then for the SSAO quality, put it on high. For the SSAO radius, use 5.0. Now next I'm going to open up is lighting, and from here you can use different kinds of lighting for a 3D test. I can see if I want to use a 360 light, you can see it changes it a little bit. If I want to use a spotlight, it changes it, but I think for this I'm going to use aqua. Yeah, it gives it this bluish effect, like the white is shining, so I actually like that. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new adjustment layer that we will use for color correction. Drag it on top. Now come to effects and preset tab here and search for curves. Apply it. Now let's adjust it to something like this. This is looking nice. And let's come to effect and preset tab again and search for glow. Apply it again. Now for the glow threshold, we change it to 70, and the glow radius we change it to about, let's say, 400. Let's make it like 500. Increase the intensity a little bit more, so we're around here, and this looks awesome. Now we're going to create a camera movement. So open up your camera property, make a keyframe on your focus distance, open up here and make a keyframe on your position. Now let's click on U on the keyboard, go to 5 seconds. Now let's tweak our position. So same way, click on C and 1. Let's go to rotate and rotate it. Now let's come to around the middle of the time here, and let's adjust the focus distance so that this point is in focus. So let's reduce it to around 150 something. Let's increase it a little bit until we find the perfect focus for it. And that's somewhere around here. Come back to 5 seconds here, and let's find the focus again somewhere around here. Let's make a small tweak. So let's play it back. Don't worry if your system lags a little bit because of the 3D effect. If your system is not a strong one like my own, it will not play back in real time fast, but after it runs one and can cache it, the next time it's playing through is going to go through faster.
2,000 years later.
And this looks awesome, guys. Like, this is an awesome effect already. So let's make the second camera movement. So come to 5 seconds, let's shorten the camera movement here. Now come down here, new camera. Okay, now for this one, now I don't want to do anything too crazy. What I just need to do is let's zoom in a little bit. So I want to make this my end point. So open up this, open up transform, make a keyframe on position, and top again. Open up camera option, make a keyframe on zoom. Click on use, open up all keyframes. Now let's zoom in a little bit more. I think somewhere like this is okay. Now let's centralize it. I feel like it's not centralized. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to move to 5 seconds here. Now we are going to zoom in a little bit more. Then from here we are going to rotate it a little bit to the side. This is not like a major animation, just a subtle animation. Now we move it this way so it's in the center. So one more time, let's play back.
One eternity later.
And it's finally done after another eternity, and this looks mad. So let's come back to my text here. The text is joining together. Go down to character, let's increase this from 25, let's put like 30. So this looks better. From here, let's trim this down. Okay, now the mother of all playbacks, let's go. So that's it for the video, guys. Remember, like, share, subscribe, comment down in my comment section if this video has helped you in any way, or if I should go over any other thing in any of my next tutorials. Remember, I love you guys, and until next time, I mean King Sam. Peace out.
Boom, boom.